A mulatto is an individual of mixed European and African descent, having one white parent and one black parent, or two mulatto parents. Historically, mulatto was a recognized racial classification in the United States, officially acknowledged by the federal government in 1785. The 1850 U.S. Census included mulatto as a racial category, but the 1924 Racial Integrity Act enforced the one-drop rule, reclassifying mulattoes as black to erase the mulatto identity. By 1930, the mulatto classification was removed from the U.S. Census. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 provided relief against discrimination, and in 1967, Loving v. Virginia overturned the Racial Integrity Act. Despite these advancements, the mulatto identity remained obscured, and negative propaganda continued to affect its perception in America. The term mulatto originates from the Portuguese word mula for mule, an analogy for the offspring of black and white parents. Historically, it was not used derogatorily like the N-word, but served as a legitimate racial classification. Today, societal attitudes have labeled the term as offensive, yet it remains used without stigma in many parts of the New World among mulattoes. Approximately 3.1 million people identified as mixed white and black in the 2020 census, reflecting a 67.4% increase in population growth over a decade. Notable mulatto figures in American history include Barack Obama, the 44th President of the United States, Frederick Douglass, the famous abolitionist, Booker T. Washington, a prominent educator, author James McBride, comedians Key and Peele, actress Halle Berry, and singer Alicia Keys, to name a few. The perception of the term mulatto as offensive is largely imposed by external viewpoints rather than by those who identify with it. Mulattoes are a diverse and beautiful group whose history has been intentionally erased in the United States. But mulattoes are a rapidly growing demographic. Recognizing the mulatto identity ensures accurate representation and addresses the needs and concerns of this diverse group. It's crucial to reinstate mulatto in the U.S. Census for proper recognition and representation of mulatto Americans, and to acknowledge that being biracial is nothing to be ashamed of.